Warning, some viewers may find the following footage deeply disturbing.
I'm going to show you how to use Microsoft Intune to protect your business against this Microsoft OneDrive security flaw that everyone has been talking about for the last couple of months. But what actually is it? Well, a couple of months ago, Microsoft announced a new OneDrive feature, which effectively will prompt end users to sync their personal OneDrive accounts on their business computer. Now, why is that such a problem? Well, if you're syncing both your business and your personal OneDrive accounts on the same computer, it becomes very easy for end users to accidentally copy business data to their personal OneDrive account and vice versa. You really don't want that, and you really shouldn't have personal and business data on the same device. We did share a blog post on our website earlier this year, which mentions a couple of group policies that you can use to disable this functionality. But if you're not using a traditional Active Directory environment and you're using a more modern setup, i.e. Microsoft Intune, then I'm going to show you how to use that to do the same thing. Now, before we get started, if I can just ask you to do me one quick favor and hit that subscribe button, it really helps our channel. So first of all, I am assuming that you have already deployed Microsoft Intune and you have the correct licenses. So if you go to m365.cloud.microsoft and on the left-hand side, click the admin button. You then need to click Show All and look for Microsoft Intune. On the left-hand side, click on Devices. Under Manage Devices, click Configuration. Now click Create and New Policy. Under Platform, select Windows 10 and later. And for Profile Type, select Settings Catalog. Now click Create. On the next screen, let's give this a sensible name. I'm going to call this Disable Personal OneDrive Sync. And in the description there, we can just explain what this is going to do. But click on Next. And on the configuration settings screen, you need to click on Add Settings. And in this really useful search bar at the top, search OneDrive and press Enter. Click on OneDrive. And if you scroll down here, you've got so many different settings here. It's worth having a look through. But if we scroll all the way down, and what we're looking for is the setting which says prevent users from syncing personal OneDrive accounts. So we simply need to tick that box. And on the left-hand side here, we need to actually ensure that is set to enabled. So all we're doing here by ticking this is adding that setting over on the left-hand side, but I do actually need to remember to enable the policy, which is going to disable users from syncing their personal OneDrive accounts. Let's click on Next again. And if you're using scope tags, set a scope tag, otherwise click on Next. And we now want to assign this to a group of users or devices, or to all groups and devices. Now, best practice here is to deploy to a test group first and make sure this is working in the way that you hoped it would. So I would advise you to do that first and then deploy to the wider organization. Now, you do need to think a little bit about the scope here. If you deploy this policy to all devices, then any user account on that device, including a local user account, will not be able to sync a personal OneDrive account. Now, that could be a problem in certain environments. For company managed devices, generally that's okay, and that's probably what you want. But in a situation where you have personal devices being used in an organization, and we work with a lot of nonprofits, we see this quite a lot where people are bringing their personal device and using it to access corporate resources because the nonprofit can't afford to buy everyone a device. Now, they probably don't want to be preventing those people from accessing their personal OneDrive accounts. In that case, you would deploy the policy to all users, and it would only impact their user profile on the computer that's linked to their organization accounts. But in this case, let's deploy to all devices. I could add to all users too, and click on Next. Let's just check those settings and click on Create. So here's my policy, and I just need to give that some time to push out to all of my devices. If you do have anyone that's already syncing their personal OneDrive account on their business computer, this is going to stop that sync from working. Thank you for watching, and if you found this useful, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.